Lucy has done it again. Check it out. Protein pancakes to start with, blueberries, chia seeds, and banana. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to 2022. Well, Happy New Year. I know we're into January now, but I wanted to say that I don't think we've officially sat down and said that on the vlog. So Happy New Year to you all. Hope you did all have a nice New Year's Eve. I did a poll on Instagram. We're doing a lot more polls on Instagram. That's one of my 2022 goals, to engage a little bit more with you guys over on Instagram, do questions, Q&As, polls, fun stuff like that. So every new year, I kind of get quite motivated for the year ahead, and I asked if you guys were setting New Year's resolutions, and loads of you have replied. So I'm gonna read some out now to, no, don't delete, I nearly deleted one. I'll read some of those out in a minute. But yes, today we have started off with some delicious breakfast from Lucy. I'm using, for the first time ever, I don't know if this is like a new 2022 thing, I'm actually using a tripod, a proper tripod to film with. Usually we just balance cameras on whatever we can find, but I got the big tripod out today to film this shot. Yeah, Lucy made some delicious protein pancakes this morning. We are making a conscious effort to cook more at home because we're spending a little bit more time at home now because the baby could be arriving at any point. We are cooking more, well, I say we. Lucy is cooking more at home. Although my mum and dad, wait a sec. I got a cookbook for Christmas. I got this, the roasting tin, and it's all meals that I myself could cook because they're all like one dish meals. So like everything in the book is purely on one tray or in one dish. And I'm not bad at cooking. I've just been out of the habit for so long. So when the baby's here and I will have to cook more, then I might try a few of those. So some New Year's resolutions. Let's read some out because I feel like we should inspire each other at the start of this year. Whatever 2021 was for you, it's good or bad, it's in the past, and we need to look forward into the new year. So let's read some of these because I'm so interested. So someone said to love myself more. Super important. No toxic people in my life. That is really important, and you are kind of a amalgamate. What's that word? You're kind of a mixture of the people and the environment that you choose yourself to be in. So the people you hang around with, you often become. So choose your circle carefully. Live life to the fullest, love that. Back to a healthy eating diet, love that too. We're also doing the same thing. We did a huge food shop and Lucy has planned out recipes and all healthy, delicious stuff for the whole week. So we're gonna try a whole week of eating in. If you watch the channel, you know us, we don't do that. We usually get takeout food or we eat out at restaurants quite a lot. Someone said give deeper to charity, very important. Become the best version of myself, good. I'm loving this New Year's positivity. Also read something, it's not like there's just been one day in a calendar change and then all this good stuff happens. It's us, you and I, that make these decisions for ourselves. Someone said, don't get a haircut like that. Oh, thanks. And that's the photo I used on the Instagram. So I actually was planning on getting a haircut like that, but this particular person doesn't like it. Live a simpler life. I love that. I think everyone is craving more and always wanting more and the next thing and the next best thing. There's so much in our lives now. Maybe some people just want to decrowd their heads a little bit. Love that. Prioritize myself more. Become more productive. Work smarter. Eat healthily. A financial diet. So thinking about your budget and stuff like that. And then there's loads more. All along a similar thing really. So that's awesome to see. We're not particularly doing New Year's resolutions, I don't think. I can check with Lucy if she's got any, but we definitely want to start being more healthy. I'm about to take my daily multivitamin gummy, not a sponsor, but My Protein. I would love to work with them. I actually use all their stuff pretty much exclusively, the protein powder, some of their other product, and I take their multivitamin every single day. So we're gonna get on with the day. The weather has been terrible for over a week now, raining every single day. Let's do our little weather check. Just grey, gloomy skies, I'm afraid, which really, I have to motivate myself way harder when it's a day like this, but we are going to motivate ourselves today. Lucy and I have taken a little bit of time off over Christmas. We've had some full days off because in our job and our work and stuff, it all blends into one. So we don't like work regular hours. We don't have weekends off. We're always kind of filming. We're always switched on. We're always talking to brands, and we've always got editing to do. We're always taking photos. So everything that our job involves, being like a content creator, is kind of always ongoing. So we tried over Christmas and New Year to take, I think we had, in the end, maybe five full days off overall. And we pretty much spent them there we watched movies, we watched TV shows. Today is the first day that we're kind of back to it. So we're planning out some content for the beginning of the year, Jan and Feb, and we're filming and we're editing and we're getting going. And no matter how hard you work, sometimes you do need that break and that reset so you can be focused, which we are now. We're pumped to get going for 2022. We hope everyone watching has had a great start to the year so far.
I must say it's a very weird feeling, not knowing when this baby's gonna come. I'm a very organised person, and there being this 5-week window where it's possible, that started a couple of weeks ago. It can basically be all of January up to the first week of February. So literally any day now, but also it could be still a few weeks away. So it's just weird. It's like you're just kind of waiting for something. You can't be, like, if we had a certain date for it, right, I would clean the house, have it perfectly prepared, I would cook meals ready for it, I would be so organised, I'd have just freshly painted my nails, like I would be the most organised I possibly can be, but I can't constantly have all them things at the top of how they can be, if that makes sense. So I can't spend an hour cleaning the flat every single day because I don't have time to do that. I can't constantly have a fridge fully stocked up because I'd be in the shops every single day buying food. So it's like this weird in-between feeling where we're ready, like 90% ready, but if we had an exact date we could be 100% ready. So it's weird. It's exciting and you want it to happen soon, but also you're like, I need a little bit more time to sort some things out. I don't know, it's a funny one. It's not something I expected to like feel this way about, or something I considered really at all. But I'll quickly show you this in the background. This is from my mum for Christmas. It's so sweet. It's like a little engaged thingy, and it's got like loads of different words like baby, YouTube, Barakai, because it's where we got engaged and where we decided to have a baby, love, backpack, like from our travelling days, travel, Philippines, juicy vlog, and even the word bullet on there as well. Very sweet. Does anyone else get very excited by kitchen gadgets and things that help you clean? Maybe I've got to that age in my life where that's what makes me happy, that's what makes me the happiest. Today I want to share with you guys a gadget that we've been sent from a company called Dayoo. This, behold, behind me, this is the Dayoo kitchen steam cleaner and sterilizer. So we've got like a 2-in-1 function here. This is both for cleaning your dishes and it's also for steaming. So it's like a combined version of the two. It heats up to 105 degrees Celsius, so you're going to get your dishes sparkly clean, but it's also going to be good for things like cleaning baby bottles, sterilising baby bottles and stuff like that. We're still undecided where we want to put it, hence why it's just currently propped up, but I just wanted to show you guys how it works today. We're thinking maybe we'll put it like up here against the wall or here so it's nice and near the sink. But for now, we've just plugged it in and we're going to turn it on for the very first time. Ooh, nice. Ooh, look at that.
Wow.
So we've got different modes on here depending on what you're cleaning or steaming, and I guess it gets stronger the further you turn it around. Okay, so we've now got a nice blue glowing light there, so I think it's ready to go. It's actually portable, so you can see this handle here. You can actually take it off of it because it only clips on with these little things here. And then we've got a water tank just on the side here, so you pop this in, fill it up with water really easily, and you've got a nice big tank at the back. So I've got my very dirty plate here from this morning's breakfast. Sorry if that's not very nice to look at. I'm going to pop it into the drying rack in the sink just here. So I'm going to make sure my hands are 10 centimeters away from the steam, which is a safe distance. And it's also great because I'm going to be able to use this and not actually get my hands dirty while doing the washing up. It's almost like watering a plant. It's literally one-handed. So I'm going to press the button now. Okay, all finished. Very satisfyingly clean plate now. It's actually sanitized, so it's germ-free. And of course, this is chemical-free cleaning. It means you don't have to use chemicals on the plate. I think this would be especially good if you have like a huge, dirty, greasy plate from something you've cooked and you need to sort of get all the grease off with that high temperature and high pressure. Obviously, you have to be extra careful with steam, so it does come with like some child safety features, a child lock and a scald-preventing design, so it only gets hot at the end. We haven't experimented with these yet, but there are some little attachments that you can put onto the end of it, I guess, that you could use to scrub some dishes with as well. And we're going to leave a link below to this product, so if any of you want to check it out, feel free to do so. It's going to be linked below this video today, but very impressed with that. Now let's get on with the rest of the vlog.
So now I need to put this laundry away. If this is dry, clothes take so long. Hey, repping the Philippines with my hoodie, my Fitness Army hoodie. Oh, see, that's wet. The rest, some of this, that's wet still. This has been on here for a day. Clothes do not dry here very well. I also need to put these dishes in the dishwasher. The dishwasher has been life-changing. I'll fully admit that. I used to hate doing the dishes. Who remembers in the lockdown vlogs in Manila, doing the dishes with George? those were the days, but I used to really hate that. So now, everything just goes in the dishwasher. It's only a slim dishwasher, it's a small one, but it's enough, because it's only the two of us, soon to be three, it is actually plenty of space for us to use this once a day, maybe sometimes twice a day if we've had people over. And little things like that, that may sound boring to you, but to me, they're very life-changing and life-enhancing. Like doing those shots, setting the camera up, turning it on, hitting record, walking away, and then walking in, just pretending that the camera's just on. Thank you if you contributed a New Year's resolution. We too are wanting to sort ourselves out a little bit, and I really need a haircut. So one thing on my list to start the year is that this is not good. This is not on. It's even like grey hairs coming through, really long this side, too long on top. I know it sounds crazy because of how long I had my hair, but when you have a short haircut, you really do need to, well, in my opinion, for me, I need to keep it short, especially on the sides. That's one thing I'm doing. Also booked a hygienist appointment at a dentist here because I haven't had one of those for too long, maybe around a year, and I feel like that's a good reset thing. You should get that done every 6 months apparently. So I've booked that in for a couple of days. I'm keeping up the gym routine is going well, and I'm keeping up not eating rubbish and sugar. This is the first Christmas I didn't have 1 drop of alcohol the whole Christmas. I also didn't have a single ounce of milk chocolate. I have my 85% dark chocolate, which I did keep having throughout Christmas, but no chocolate at Christmas at all. I'm not saying that to brag or to say, hey, look at me, I'm the master of health. I've done it, I've smashed it. I'm not being like that at all, but that's what I've decided to do. I've decided to make decisions. I think that if I had a New Year's resolution, I think that would be it. Make decisions that make me feel good. Chocolate does not make me feel good. Milk chocolate especially, because the dairy content, I can't do it. Alcohol does not make me feel good. We're not going out like socializing and partying and stuff. I do not need alcohol. Not going to the gym does not make me feel good, so I'm deciding to go to the gym. If people are offering around chocolates and cakes and biscuits and stuff, I've been saying no for the first time in my life. Don't know why I'm pointing a hairdryer at you aggressively, I'm very sorry. But we have the power to make these decisions, and I'm enjoying that. I'm so enjoying that. And not pleasing people, not because people expect you to indulge and stuff, but doing it for yourself, making that decision. Anyway, gonna try and sort my hair out as best I can. Another thing I've been obsessed with is sparkling water. Because the tap water in the UK actually has minerals in, so it's like natural mineral water. We got given a soda stream for Christmas, and it's the best thing ever. So I've got fizzy water, sparkling mineral water basically, from the tap, which is also life-changing. George has got the big tripod out today, and I don't know if he's shown it on the vlog yet. Let me do a front camera and I can show you. It's like this huge tripod with a tiny camera. So I'm now experimenting with some angles, and this is a bit of a weird one. It looks like it's sort of looking down on me and I'm sort of on the floor, really small, but we'll go with it. Quick 2 series to recommend for you. The first one is The Shrink Next Door. It's on Apple TV, so you have to like pay for that, or we had a free trial that we're trying out. And it's really good. It was Paul Rudd and Will Ferrell, and it's based on a true story, and it's kind of sad because it's this guy that basically completely takes advantage of this rich guy who makes it sound like he's helping him, but is actually really messed up, and it's kind of like a bit psychological. It's quite frustrating to watch it, but it's like a really good story, so I'd recommend that. And also, one we started yesterday, we're only a few episodes in, called The Tourist on BBC iPlayer, which has Jamie Dornan, which is the guy from The Fall, which is one of our all-time favourite series, and it's about a guy, he's in a car accident and then wakes up with amnesia, doesn't remember who he is, and he's in Australia, doesn't remember his name, but basically there's people that are trying to kill him and he doesn't know why, and it's him like trying to figure out who he is and why he's being hunted effectively by these people. So I don't know how that ends, but we started it yesterday. It's pretty good. But I think George was saying earlier, like, this phase we're in, we don't really want to be going out too much. Like, we go to the shops but wear masks and keep our distance. If we see family, we ask everyone to lateral flow before, just to be sure. We're doing tests all the time, but we're just at that point where if either of us get it, it could mean that George isn't at the birth, which is like worst nightmare for us really right now. So this angle is so odd. I don't know if I quite like it, but is it weird to watch? I don't know. And it's also a time where we're not like going out to eat in restaurants, we're not going to shopping centres and going shopping like in the New Year's sales, because
it's just going to be heaving, it's going to be so busy, and it's not something we want to risk. And we really can't travel anymore, because if we travel somewhere now, even if it's just a drive away, if it's like halfway up the country and I go into labour, we're not really going to want to do like a 6-hour drive back home necessarily. So it might mean that we have to have the baby elsewhere outside of Worthing, but we want to have it in Worthing Hospital. I can't imagine having a baby like up north somewhere because we're on like a road trip, and then having to have the first drive home with the baby for like 7 hours, because I think a baby can only be in a car seat for half an hour at a time. It just wouldn't be practical, it wouldn't work. We want to be near where we live, the hospital's near us here, so yeah, it's not possible for us to travel right now, which is hard for two people that really enjoy moving around. And I know that once a baby's here and once he's old enough to go on longer car journeys and we can take him on flights and things, we'll definitely be doing that. We're very excited to go on some trips and some little travel-y adventures with him. It's just not something we can do or think about right now. So we're feeling quite, not bored, we're not bored. We're very grateful for what we're in right now, and we've made this place really nice and we're very excited to meet him. But we're kind of like, I don't know, it's weird. It's the first time in quite a few years that we've not been able to move, basically, other than lockdown, obviously. It kind of feels like we're in our own lockdown that is self-inflicted fully, like we're choosing to lock. We could move around, we could go and see people more, but we're making the decision not to because we think that's what's best for us. Okay, time to make some coffee. I've just been in the office editing some vlogs, doing some admin stuff that always needs doing, especially after a little bit of time off, catching up with things. Back into that work mindset. Still loving these coffee house beans. I don't know if I'll keep this up because these beans were expensive. 250 grams was, how much was it, Luce? £9 or £10 for 250 grams, which pretty expensive, but the difference in the coffee, oh my word, is astounding in a good way. I think astounding can only mean good, right? I don't know. It's a little bit of a longer process because I'm actually using this machine properly and making coffee pretty much as you're supposed to. So I'm weighing out each shot of espresso that I make, which obviously does take more time, but the results are worth it. I think this year also, I know this vlog seems to be like a bit of a new year, even though it's way into January or whatever, it seems to be a new year refresh vlog. So I think taking time, slowing down and taking time to do things properly and nicely is hopefully going to be a feature of this year for us. So the grinder is empty. I'm gonna weigh out about 18 grams of these beans. So I've got my old scales out, and I'm not gonna do coffee B-roll today because we do so much coffee B-roll on this channel. 0, bit more, 18 grams straight into the grinder. Look at that. Look at that golden espresso, beautiful. So good. Okay, back to some editing. This seems to be turning into a bit of a what I eat in a day, but we got this cookbook out again from some of the boxes we unpacked a few months ago, and we've been doing some recipes from it. This is the Cheats Chicken Caesar. I don't know why it's Cheats, but there we go, something like this. And I've just finished making it. Well, it's almost finished. George has got the non-tomato version, but it's basically loads of leaves, some eggs, we've got spinach in there as well, some tomato, some cucumber. I've also made a homemade Caesar dressing here, which looks and smells amazing. We've got some Parmesan cheese to go on top, and then I'm just finishing cooking up the chicken here. So I'll show you the finished product in a second. And here's the finished result. Looks really good. Loads of good stuff in there. Loads of cheese, of course, my favourite thing in the world. Yeah, I'll let you know how it is once we've finished. Okay, we are leaving the house for the first time today. We really haven't been going out and doing much lately, which has been nice over the Christmas period, but I think, as Lucy was saying, we'll be wanting to go out a little bit more now, and we can't. No, I was going to say, I thought you were about to say we are. I was like, no. No, the exercise of today, or the excursion. Oh, it's so shaky. Oh yeah, we've got, is it shaky? Sorry if it's shaky. We have a like camera mount in the car now. This isn't going to work, look. Tell if it's, comment below if it's too shaky or if it's okay. I don't think we should record. I think we need to stop vlogging and do it when we stop. That's probably a good idea. We're just getting the fuel. We never actually said about how nice lunch was. It was lovely. Really nice and fresh. It felt like the perfect summer lunch, but it's horrible. It's really rainy. there was a huge downpour when we were having lunch, and it reminded us of like the storms we'd see rolling in Manila from our condo. It's normal, like, it rains quite a lot in England, but it's usually like drizzly for hours. It's never usually like this crazy downpour. But yeah, that's what just happened, and it was quite nice, quite cozy. But we'd love to hear from you guys if you've got anywhere that you think would be perfect to go, the 3 of us, once baby's here. Maybe like next year, obviously. Oh, not next year, it's already next year. I'm really still not used to it being a new year. This year, when he's, I don't know, let us know in the comments if you've got babies or had babies. When was the point, George is putting a face because it's so windy. When was the point when you went on like a trip? When was your first flight, or when did you do like a road trip or a night away with a baby? We'd love to hear from you, because I've heard so many different things. Some people I know have gone away after like 2 months. They do like a night away or like a little road trip, and then at like maybe 5 months or 6 months maybe we could get on a plane, or maybe before then. Obviously it's going to be very different kind of travel, but we don't want to just stop traveling. Like, that's what we love to do, and that's what we enjoy, so we're just going to adapt and do it with a baby. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you've got any suggestions of where we should go, and if you've got any tips for traveling with a baby as well, because that would be very much appreciated. I'm sure we'll need all the tips we can get.
Oh, okay, that is so cold outside. We'll put the heating back on.
It's not actually that cold, it's only 10.
Heated seat. One thing I love about this car, one feature, is that we can precondition, it's called, which basically means turning the heating in the car on. You're not in the shot.
That's right, it's been most of me a minute ago.
There we go, get both of us in. Yeah, so like 10 minutes before you start your journey or something, you go on the app from home, turn the heating on in the car, your heated seat comes on, and the car starts warming up inside, so you can get into a toasty car. Just undid all of that by getting out. But now we have a full tank of fuel, we have some electric charge, we can go anywhere, we can do anything. What do you want to do?
We can't.
Oh, we'll go home, shall we? All right. We actually realised, we were chatting the other day, and like not in a bad way or a negative way, but just in an observation and a thinking way, how much our life is going to change. The things we can't do anymore. Well, no, it's not the things we can't do, it's the things we can't do spontaneously. I think we can still do a lot of things, but it's going to take more planning and more work. It is. So for example, we couldn't just, when we have the baby, we couldn't say, oh, let's go to the cinema tonight. Yeah. We couldn't. We'd have to get a babysitter, or we'd have to. Yeah, we'd have to make some arrangements. You can't take a baby to the cinema, can you? We couldn't say. I mean, I think we can still be fairly spontaneous when he, and especially when he's a little bit older. If we like fancy doing a road trip or something, we can just go. Yeah, but I was gonna say when he's younger, because he just sleeps. Yeah, but even like. And we can just go from dinners and meals out, and just like hopefully he'll sleep. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit overly optimistic here. But... And every new parent would have gone through this as well, but. Yeah. All the differences and all the changes in life that we're about to face. It's exciting. And we can't just be, it's not just us two anymore, we can't just think for us. But we've had us two for 8 years. Yeah, it's not totally. Like we're gonna suddenly, it's not like we've only been together for like a year and then we're like, oh, I thought they fell over then. Oh really? No, they're good. Okay, back home, that turned into a very unexpected and spontaneous visit to my sister's house, where we just dropped in. We had to return something to them. We weren't sure if they were home, but they were. So we spent about an hour at their place. We now have dinner. I think we've shown all 3 meals in today's vlog. There's been like a full daily vlog today, which is cool. So Lucy has, wow, this looks so good. Is it good? Lucy has made a shepherd's pie? Cottage pie with sweet potato. Cottage pie with sweet potato. Oh man. So we are going to enjoy this. Then I have some tidying up to do. That is the deal around here. Lucy cooks, I clean up. Isn't that right, Luce? I was saying on the vlog this morning that I'm going to start doing some cooking soon. Can't wait. Yeah. Hope you have enjoyed today's vlog. We're going to end it off here because we are just going to eat, and then we're going to watch some more of The Tourist, which Lucy mentioned earlier, a series we've been enjoying and possibly nearly finished. We're on episode 5. Any more Netflix recommendations, series, films, movies, whatever it is, stick it in the comments. We always pick out recommendations from you guys, so make sure you do that. If you enjoyed today's vlog, please give it a thumbs up. Appreciate you hanging out with us, coming along with us for the day. We're in a very vloggy mood at the moment, so expect a lot of videos. Might even vlog tomorrow, I don't know. Whenever we're at home more, we want to vlog more, which you might think strange, because you might think there's more to vlog and see and do when we're out and about traveling and going on trips and things, but we love vlogging at home just as much. So we will see you in the next one. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we hope you have an amazing rest of the day, whatever you're up to. We'll see you very soon. Bye.